In this video, we will test how the failsafe feature of MySQL Cluster works, like turning off the cluster node or the NDB management, and let's see if the data still replicates during the downtime. So let's get started. So here on cluster 1, let's check first if our cluster is working and connected. If you can see, everything is connected. So let's access MySQL. Show databases. So as you can see, the database we created in the previous video are still here. And let's create another database. Create testing, create database, testing, and let's use testing, and then let's add a table. Create table, the table name like test, and then column name is my name, and then var char 50, not null default, and then you need to make sure that you added an engine equals NDB cluster so that it will apply the fixing of the cluster management. Although it will still, the replication will still works if it's not an NDB cluster, but the disadvantage is our cluster management will have problem syncing files between the clusters. So it is important that all of your table are in NDB cluster engine. So let's try. Once we have an error, maybe this one. Yeah, it's working. Let's add some value in our table tests. Insert into tests values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's check if it's here. So let's go to cluster 2 if this data will also appear. Our testing database is here. Then yeah, it's here. So what if cluster 2 is shut down or down? What will happen to the data you added on cluster 1? Will it still replicates to cluster 2? Let's try if it will by shutting it down. So we go to cluster 2 and let's shut down this droplet. Turn off. It takes some time to shut down, so it's shut down now. So let's see if we can see this data. Insert into test values 5555. Now let's show. So it's here. So basically this is not working because it's shut down. So we have to turn it on back. And let's see if the data we added here will be automatically replicated when the clusters 2 is turned on. We just have to wait for the reconnection. And let's see if we are already connected to the cluster. Yeah, it's automatically connected, so let's access the MySQL. Use testing, select from tests. Yeah, it's automatically replicated. That's how very cool the cluster management. Even if the cluster 2 is shut down, it still gets the data from the cluster 1 when it is not online. So what if we shut down cluster management, and will it still replicate data from cluster 1 to cluster 2? So let's try. It's already shut down, so let's see. Insert into test values, let's say 9999. Then it's here, and let's check if this data is inserted in cluster 2 even we don't have cluster management online. Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, that's how cool it is. So what if we shut down cluster 2 and just we stay cluster 1 online? Cluster 2, shut down, turn off. Let's see. Yeah, it's turned off already. So let's add some data. Let's say 000. It's maybe 1111. Here 1111. And let's see if this data will be automatically replicated to cluster 2 when both of this cluster 2 and management is back online. Let's see. Turn on. Login. And let's see. Just testing. So as you can see, the 111 we added on cluster 1 when cluster 2 and management is down, it's still replicated on the cluster, MySQL cluster. So that's it. That's how failsafe works on MySQL cluster. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you.